I always thought that when will I be standing here and speaking to a group of students? So that's it. Keep the passion alive and know where you're going. Listen to your team, to your faculty, and someday you will also stand here and talk to the students of your college, right? Yeah, it's very easy. And nowadays, maybe in the 90s and the 2000s, it was very difficult to become a GM because there was a lot of competition and a lot of people in the industry, and very less colleges who were turning out good professionals. So now there are so many nice colleges and so many different hotels which has come up, right? Even our company has around 60 hotels in the country. Marriott has around 140. And the plan is by 2028, 29, I mean, every brand will have at least 200 hotels in the country. So a lot of opportunities. And if you know that every hotel employs at least 100 to 150 people. You know, basic for basic services. Right? And the bigger the hotel, the bigger the numbers. Right? Five-star deluxe properties, bigger the numbers. So there's always a requirement for people who are coming in. We need students, we need professionals to join the industry, and the growth is very fast nowadays. Yeah. In my tenure, I see that people who join as associates here, yeah, in a couple of years, they are supervisors. In another 2 years, they are assistant managers. In a span of 8 years, they are heading a department. Very young and vibrant leaders, professionals, and that's what the industry needs. So this industry provides you with, I think, everything that you need. Right? So today, in today's world, if you are willing to work, right, what are the three basic things that you need? Knowledge. Right. But no, for yourself. What do you think that if I'm doing a job, what are the three main criteria that I need to have? Punctuality, and passion. Great. Good. Right. And you also think that whenever I go to work, I should look good. So you see in hotels, you always get very smart uniforms. You're well groomed. You meet people who are very professional. Either you meet celebrities or you meet, the leaders of the world, or you meet very big businessmen, or whoever stays in a hotel. They are very polished. You're not talking to somebody or meeting people who is difficult to deal with. They also know what a hotel is, and they also know that what are the expectations of the hotel. If you meet their expectations, they are very happy. And most of the people who are staying in the hotels now are traveling around the world, so they know how the world functions, and how hotels across the world functions. Right? Previously, it used to be a very difficult job. People thought that if I'm joining the hotel, I will only be like a slave with my head down, talking to all my guests. But that's not the scenario today. In today's world, you are talking eye to eye with a world leader, welcoming them into your hotel. And they also know that you are doing a job and they will appreciate your efforts. If you show the passion and the hospitality to them, before they leave, they will write a letter for you that so and so was so very excellent and so very hospitable, and I felt like home. Right? So that is something that always in hospitality. That is something which is always there. It's an aura. Right? Now you are which year you guys are in? First year. So you have how many years to go? 3 years. So 2 more years. Right. When do you have your internship?
So I think in fourth semester.
Fourth semester. Right. So that is your first, twist with the industry, right? Where you actually come out from a classroom environment and you go and work in the hotel, hand to hand, shoulder to shoulder with the team or the hotel employees, right? The internship is the most difficult part of your. I'm not scaring you, right? But I'm just preparing you for it. Why? Because, until today, 20 years back, when I did my internship, I remember everything of it. Why? Yeah? Because At that point of time, that's your first engagement with the industry hands on. You might find it difficult, but that is actually your grooming ground. They are preparing you for the industry. Anybody who has relatives in the army? Right. So who's there in the army?
Sir, my father is an ex-army and currently my elder brother.
Lovely. Excellent. And why didn't you join the army?
Sir, I don't know. Like I wanted to do something different.
Excellent. Very good. You know, and I've seen so many hotel management, please have a seat. Hotel management professionals come from army background. Why? Because they like the discipline. Yeah, because in an army family, you're always growing up in a disciplined fashion. So tell me, have your brother is already in the army now?
Yes.
Training complete?
Yes.
You will know it better. But when he was going through the training, wasn't it difficult?
So
Very difficult, right? Rigorous training. Every day waking up 4 in the morning, going to sleep at 11 in the night, again waking up 4 in the morning, full day activities, and they will break you. Why do they do that? Why do they do that?
So they are preparing for the future.
Exactly. They're preparing you for the future. It is not that that trainer is hating you or taking out his grudge on you. Right? They are actually preparing you for the future. That when you are ready for the hotel industry, then actually you guys are well educated and you are ready and going through your theory classes, your practical classes, but when you attend your internship, they prepare you for it. So take it with a heart and passion that it is a difficult time, 6 months, because at that time probably you are your mother's favorite child, and you have not even gone and taken a glass of water from the kitchen. Yeah, but at that time you will serve water to a guest. You will clean the guest rooms, right? Nothing harm in it. You are actually coming to know what and the basics of the hotel industry. And if you don't have your basics right, it will be difficult, right? So use this time as an internship to learn as much as you can, because you will not get this opportunity again later on, right? And don't fade out. Don't be surprised. What is happening with me? I think he's taking out a personal anger on me and something like that. No, take it with a pinch of salt and go through your internship. The time that you come out of your internship, you'll be a changed person. Right? And not only that, when you sit for your campus recruitment, when hotels will come to your campus for your job interview, they will question you about your internship. What have you done? What have you learned? Which was your favorite department? And that internship will help you to understand what is your strength, which department is your passion. I have seen many people who wanted to become a front office aspirant, and when they go to the hotel during the internship, they change their mind and become a chef. Because they discover within themselves that it is my passion. I like this. I want to prepare different types of dishes and put it on a plate, and it goes out to the guests. The guest appreciates my food and things that I put on the plate. So that helps you to understand and believe and find out what you are happy doing in the hotel industry. So use that opportunity, because of late, whenever I go to institutes, I hear that after internship, some people have decided not to continue in hotels. But that's not the case, right? Yes. Good. Now, one last question to you. All of you here, when you get a job, right? When you get a job, for example, you have two things to choose from. That you can join probably a banking sector, right? And you can join a hotel management. The bank is paying you, say, for example, 20,000, the hotel is paying you, for example, 15,000. Right? Now, my question to you is, as a person, as a Gen Z, that's what you call yourself, right? Gen Z. As a Gen Z, what do you look for? What you look for in your job? For example, if you ask me what I look for my job, if I take a next position somewhere else, I will see if there is a balance, work-life balance. Because I can spend some time with my family and also spend some time at work. So if that balance will help me to have an optimum performance. So what is that few things that you might look at when you join job? Following the passion. Following the passion, something that is your passion, right? That I always wanted to do this. Right? Good. Anything else? We can go worldwide and explore about. Lovely. Very good. Excellent. So an opportunity which gives you a job opportunity or a job which gives you a possibility of traveling around the world. Right? What else? What else? Anything? Whatever you might think of. No answer is a wrong answer. It is about you.
I am
So,
stand up.
like, so the
No, it's okay. Be seated. Don't worry.
the flexibility in the job sectors, like being able to hop from like hotels to cruise or like different sectors.
Right.
It provides global exposure. So
Of course.
that's very
Right. Excellent. Good. What else?
Sakle.
Anyone else? Your wish that काश मेरा जॉब ऐसा होता तो मैं ये सब कर पाता.
meeting different type of people.
Lovely. तो उसके लिए तो तुम now it's a joke, don't take me serious. तो मैं एक ऐसी इंटरेक्शन में था तो किसी ने मुझे पूछा कि meeting new people. So I said that you become a ticket collector. You will meet many more people. It is not about meeting new people. It is about your passion of interacting with new people. Meet तो आप कहीं पे भी कर सकते हो, है ना? But it depends on how you feel in talking to people, sharing experiences. Very good. What else?
Sakle.
Knowing different cultures of different countries.
Very nice. Excellent. Of course. है ना? तो अच्छा लगता है कि किसी और का कल्चर भी पता चले, how they, what is their food habits, what is their eating habits, what kind of culture they come from. Very nice. I was in the Middle East for 15 years. Yeah. In one of the hotels, I worked with 22 different nationalities. 22 different nationalities. Right? You start from the far east to the far west. We had them all. Every month we were celebrating two nationalities. Right? So of course, I picked up a lot of things from them. I mean, I picked up, how to work hard. The passion in them. I mean, there's some people, especially the East European, Russians and all, they can go on for 20 hours work. Sleep for 4 hours and come back to work again 20 hours. That body functions like that. It was very nice to, interact with such cultures. What else?
How hospitality management runs.
How hospitality management runs. Can you be a little, detailed on that? I did not understand that.
That I want to go to USA,
Right.
so I want to see that how their hotels runs and how they treat the people,
Of course.
how their personality and all
Bilkul.
when grooming.
Right.
That-
But
that's
that allows you to travel around the world.
Skill development.
Skill development, of course. Hotels, they provide you so much of skill development because it's an ongoing process. Hotel is something which is never constant. Right? Every time there's a new trend in the industry, every time there is a new thing which has come up in the world, it is immediately adopted by the world. Be it a AI software, be it the latest trends in food, be it the latest fashion, be it the latest style of rooms, be it the latest style of engaging with the guests or whichever is acceptable nowadays. That is always, the hotels are the first to adapt. What else? Anyone else?
meeting with new people.
Excellent, absolutely. As I said, meeting with new people and interacting with them, learning from them.
Learning.
Right. Excellent. Good. Sit, please. So, with my experience, I can tell you this, that all that you have mentioned here, and I mean, I don't know of a other industry which can give you all of that. Right? So when you come to work, You have a nice locker facilities where you have fresh, crisp uniforms laundered by somebody else, kept ready for you. And you take that uniform out, you put it on, you look very smart, nice, grooming, yeah, look good, always picture perfect. Go down to your departments, and you have your friends waiting there for you. It feels like family. When you spend around 8 to 9 hours every day eating together, having breakfast, lunch, tea time, and all of it together, they're almost like a family. You spend more time with them rather than your family, right? And then you interact with your colleagues, and then
Having good colleagues definitely like motivates you to work.
absolutely, absolutely, and colleagues are good. I mean, when you are in a setup like ours, you'll see, they're very passionate, and everybody's smiling, talking, supporting each other. So we are
Positive.
absolutely, and a young team, so everybody is aligned. So when then you interact with guests, the guests are also very nice to talk to. They will share their experiences, their way of working, and all of that. Then you have offs, regular week off, holidays, and all of that. Then you are actually building a skill. You're talking to different people, you are learning, and all the brand hotels they provide you online trainings. So, for example, for us, once you are an employee with us, you are put on a training model. That every month you have to complete 2, 3, 4 trainings, which is all again related to the industry and how the industry is developing. What are the different ways of doing work better? What are the new things that you have to learn? You're constantly in the learning phase. Then what happens that if you're working with a brand, the world open up for you. For example, IHG hotels, they have 6,500 hotels all over the world, right? Now, if I take the example of Marriott, of course, they have around 8,800 hotels. So, all around the world, and that actually opens up the door for you to choose a place or a location or a type of hotel. So, today, if you want to go and work, say, for example, in Singapore, so you go to the company's website and you see there's an opportunity in Singapore. You apply. They inform the HR and you apply. You have an interview round, and then of course, what happens if you are selected? You can go there, right? And trust me, I mean, when you're working with brands, all the brands, though they are separate, but the basic is always the same. So whenever you're working with Marriott, Hilton, Accor, ISG, you'll see the basic work is always the same. Only the names are different. Right. So as for us as hotel industry, I think we give the Gen Z all that they require. We give them a work-life balance. The opportunity to travel. If you are traveling and you want to stay, you're traveling with your family and you want to stay at a hotel, and we have a hotel at that location, you can get an employee rate, which is almost around 50% discounted.
Sure.
Right. So that all the benefits are always available to you. Plus, in addition, you can tell your friends and family that I work at that particular hotel. That itself is a matter of pride. Whenever I talk to somebody, I tell them that I'm right at the airport. You can't miss me. I'm at the gateway of the city. You're kind of coming into the city. You're going out of the city. You're always there. Right.
Yes.
So, in all of this, I just want to tell you that the next few years that you're here in the institute, learn from your faculty because they are all experienced hoteliers, and their motive is to make sure that you are professional hoteliers. It makes me very sad when people they go out and they join retail industries and banks or probably other non-related, non-hospitality related industry, because वहाँ तो कोई भी जा सकता है. Right? You guys are specifically learning hotel management as your domain. So use that 3 years, what you've learned, the exposure that you've got to the hotels. Shift तो तुम कभी भी कर सकते हो, हाँ? 2 साल बाद, 5 साल बाद, कहीं भी कर सकते हो. Because this industry is such. आज मैं कोई भी चाहे, easy one she can go and join anywhere. Any industry will absorb her. ऐसा कोई नहीं पूछेगा तुम तो होटल से हो, because she is handling much more than other industries which you handle. right? But keep your passion alive. It is always nice that you start your career with the studies that you are doing. आगे जाके कोई इंटरव्यू में पूछेगा ये तो होटल मैनेजमेंट किया था फिर ये क्यों तो वैसे बैंक में आ गए उससे अच्छा है वो try check the hotel see you know and all international brands उनका जो अभी work ergonomics है they are fabulous they think about their employees yeah when we started we couldn't think that 2 दिन ऑफ मिलेगा हफ्ते में हम तो सोचते थे महीने में दो मिलेगा And nowadays you get 2 days off in a week. You get limited time of work, you know, and then of course, yeah. I mean, we make sure that your working ambience and atmosphere is also looked after.
So there is good work-life balance pretty much everywhere.
Absolutely, absolutely, definitely there is. Imagine you're working 5 days in a week. Even if you work 10 hours instead of 9, still your last 2 days are making up for that. You know, you have enough family time for that.
That's very nice.
Yeah, of course. What questions do you have for me?
Can we take picture with you?
Oh, lovely, for sure.
Sir, I would like to ask, is there anything that you would suggest, like, to someone that's just starting off, like, what should we focus on or
Yes.
work on ourselves?
Absolutely. See, the first year is actually that you know, you are actually stepping into the hotel industry, right? And if you see, your entire curriculum is also based on the basics. You're learning all the mother sources, you're learning about front office operation, you're learning housekeeping, you're learning F&B service, but all the basic ones. Once you move to second year, you will learn much more advanced level wines and different world cuisines. You will learn more about front office operation, more about housekeeping ways of working. So it's not that I would say that all these 3 years are very, very important. Right? The first year, learn everything. Don't think कि मैं तो front office में ही जाऊंगा. हाँ, तो मैं सिर्फ front office पे ही focus करूंगा. किचन रहने देते हैं, है ना? एक दिन तुम जनरल मैनेजर बनोगे, तब क्या करोगे? हाँ, तब तो तुम बोल नहीं सकते मैं तो फ्रंट ऑफिस बैकग्राउंड का जनरल मैनेजर हूँ, मुझे बाकी कुछ नहीं आता. तब राइट सो ये जो 3 साल है ना फोकस ऑन लर्निंग एवरीथिंग क्योंकि यहाँ पे तुम्हारे साथ हैंड होल्डिंग होगा तुम्हारा फैकल्टी तुमको खड़े होके प्रैक्टिकली बना के दिखाएंगे तुमको पढ़ा के दिखाएंगे तुम्हारा प्रैक्टिकल्स होगा तुम्हारा वाइवा होगा सब कुछ होगा सो लर्न एवरीथिंग उसके बाद जब थर्ड ईयर में इंटर्नशिप के बाद यू चूज योर स्पेशलाइजेशन बट व्हेन यू से स्पेशलाइजेशन उसका मतलब नहीं है कि बाकी सारे कोर डिपार्टमेंट छोड़ देते right we just focus on that particular absolutely you do an additional focus on your specialization उसके लिए तुम additional training करो vocational training करो books पढ़ो online courses करो सब करो but that is an add on to the rest of the core subjects don't neglect your subjects क्योंकि एक दिन तुमको समझ में आएगा कि what I have learned all of that is used in the industry. Okay? कभी भी कोई प्री ओपनिंग you know what's a pre opening huh what is a pre opening
No, sir.
pre opening is that stage of a hotel when it is new and about to start तो मेरे पास एक बिल्डिंग है जिसपे सिर्फ पिलर्स है प्लास्टर है पेंट है और उसके अंदर कुछ नहीं है वहां से लेके एक होटल ओपन करना कि मेरा स्टाफ कौन होगा मैं कौन से चेयर्स खरीदूंगा मैं कौन से टेबल्स खरीदूंगा मेरा बेड लिनन कैसा होगा मेरा बेड्स कैसे होंगे हाँ, अंदर में इंटीरियर्स कैसे होगा all of this is designed by the defined and done by the pre-opening team so when you are at a pre-opening and I always suggest everybody that in your life you should at least do 2 to 3 pre-openings because it makes you difficult and different है ना वहां पे तुमको एसी भी नहीं मिलेगा शायद एक फैन चलेगा वहां पे बैठ के काम करना पड़ेगा बट इट विल मेक यू वेरी स्ट्रांग क्योंकि एक होटल जहां पे सिर्फ प्लास्टर और पिलर्स है वहां से लेके एक लग्जरियस कंफर्टेबल एनवायरनमेंट बना के देना दैट इटसेल्फ इज समथिंग एज टू लुक एट और आज हाँ एब्सोल्युटली
Challenging.
इट इज एंड द डे दैट यू ओपन द डोर्स ना उससे अच्छा फीलिंग कभी नहीं मिलेगा
Yes.
that feeling you'll remember lifetime. आज के डेट पे भी जो ओपन होटल्स मैंने ओपन किया ना, मैं बोलता आई ओपन होटल. And I feel proud about it. And I go back and I see that the table is still there, the cutleries are still there, the plates are still there. So, matlab, na, you feel so very, I mean, emotional about it. And that day that the gates open and the first guest comes in, I mean, that feeling nothing can match. Right? So that is what I want to say, tell you that you should keep your passion alive. Use the 3 years, choose your specialization, but focus on all departments and learn from your faculties and use every chance of an exposure with an industry. Right? जैसे तुम्हारा second year से third year के बीच में you have a vacation of I think one month or more. You used to have, I'm sure now also it's the same. Use that time to go and work at a hotel. छुट्टियां बहुत मिल जाएंगे बाद में. ये लर्निंग पीरियड नहीं मिलेगा, है ना? Good. What else?
So can you please share your experience with us so that we can get motivated?
My experience for 2 decades, if I start, it will be from body until
So
evening.
like in a short way.
Okay, right. So I am from Kolkata. I grew up in Kolkata. I studied in Kolkata. I did my bachelor in commerce from the US, but at that time still I was not very happy on financial part. My father is a banker, so he used to work in Reserve Bank. My mother is a teacher. My grandfather is also a banker. So they all wanted me to go to finance, CA, AO, and all of that. But somehow it was not very attractive to me. I was a little, different and outgoing, and I really didn't want to do a desk job.
Yes.
Right? So उस टाइम पे इवेंट मैनेजमेंट का जो है बहुत चल रहा था. तो मैं सोच रहा था कि आई विल डू अ डिग्री इन इवेंट मैनेजमेंट एंड आई विल डू दिस एंड I'll carry on with that. That is something that interests. तो ऐसे करते करते what happened is that I was giving exams, तो मैंने सोचा कि होटल मैनेजमेंट का भी एग्जाम दे देता. So I gave the hotel management exam and then I got the opportunity to study in IHM Kalkala. Yeah. So I thought कि एक काम करता हूँ, join कर लेता हूँ. Next year I'll give CAT again. If I get CAT, I will go to an MBA institute. एक साल में ऐसे में ही join कर लेता. But the time that I joined, I could not come out. Because I thought that I was already doing what my passion wanted me to do. Yeah. So I met new friends, and amazing faculty. And first year itself, we had a few like outings to industry, interacting with GMs and HODs. So I could relate myself to the hotel industry. Then I passed out from Ashton. And again, at that time, I wanted to be in the front office. And that's why I give you the example. I ended up in kitchen. So, my first campus recruitment was with Taj. I was Taj management training in kitchen, KMT. I finished my Taj management training and then I got an opportunity to go abroad. I was still a chef. I was working in the Italian kitchen. Then I went abroad. I joined Crown Plaza in Muscat, Oman. Right. So there was a fine dining Italian restaurant. I used to be there at the pizza counter at the Life Pizza. So somehow the FMB director said that you should always you don't belong to the kitchen. You should come out. Because I was always interacting with the guests, I would take the pizza to the table, I would explain to them and this and that. Also driving sales at the restaurant. So one fine day I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. I will, do a cross training in FMB service, and I will give it a shot. But again, that I said, it all helped me because I was focusing on all the 4 core departments in the institute. If you'll not believe me, but I had the highest score in front office in my final year exams. But I was a kitchen aspirant. Right? So that's how it happened. I came out, I was in FMB, and then I liked FMB, so I stuck to FMB. And then it has been growth. So from there, I was a restaurant manager, from a restaurant manager in FMB, and I did 7 pre-openings in my career.
Big round of claps, please.
Yeah. Thank you. And trust me, that helped me a lot. Every time that I sit down to talk to people, or even if I face an interview, there's no such question that I fail to answer. Because that 7 pre-openings has taught me so much. Right? And today, as a general manager, I mean, when I'm heading the department, heading the entire hotel, from the F&B to the front office, to the housekeeping, to the engineering, to the security, it's very easy for me because in that pre-opening, you're actually handling all of that. And you, as an interest, I used to, go and check on other departments. You need some help to do this. You need some help to complete this, so that at least it's also a learning experience for me. Right. So I was in Middle East, and then there was an opportunity to come back to Calcutta. So in 2023, I came back to Calcutta. My parents are aging. So now I'm spending some time in Calcutta. And as long as my company permits me to do that, if they move me somewhere else, I will go. Yeah. I have to have that open mindset because I cannot settle down in one place. Right? Then it will become very stagnant for me. Right?
Yes, sir.
That was a little bit about my small experience.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great. I wish you guys all the best. Come to take